Hey, welcome to the Fabric of Culture podcast, episode 10, where I interview different creatives, fashion designers, models, photographers, DJs, and get insights on how they got started and how you can, apply that to your life. All right, introduce yourself.
Hey, my name's Tashana. I'm a Dallas photographer.
And we'll start with like 5 tips you could advise someone to improve their photography.
To improve, I just want to always say, always practice, take notes after every single shoot, and just apply those settings to everything.
Okay.
Um, that's a two-in-one right there. But
How would you take notes? Like, what are you looking for?
I'm really going through my camera settings because I'm still where I can't really just trust the certain numbers. You also have to play around with the area that you're in.
Okay, so basically experiment.
Yes, and it's stressful. That's why you always want to get to your shoots like on time. It's more to it rather than just learning how to shoot, how to press the button, basically.
Okay.
But it's a lot that goes into it as far as like finding your own editing style and just finding your own path, not trying to find everything online and try to practice and try to steal from that. But I feel like the more you practice your own stuff, the more you practice your own stuff is more you'll develop your own style within it too.
And how would you find your own style? If you're already working on the basics, how would you like branch out from that?
I don't know. What I always say is I treat my photography like a coloring book. So it's your own platform, your own canvas to really just put your own color into it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like we all see differently. Like everyone has their own translation to their own art. So it's like it's not always going to be looked at as you choose to see it. It's not always going to be looked at the same way to other people.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So first it's like actually like learning your settings, then it's finding your own style.
Yeah.
What would 2 other ones be where you can if you had to force yourself?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Because for me, I don't know. I really picked it up as just on accident. Like, it wasn't even supposed to be like this for real. But, but I just say keep having fun with it and just test out different things. Because there's so many things you can photograph. There's no limit to it. So just don't try to limit yourself to anything specific.
I like that. Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, I'm about to put that on a shirt. I've been trying to come up with ideas. Yeah. But yeah, so.
And how did you get started with photography?
My mom's gonna love this one. She bought me a camera, and I used to hate taking pictures, like of her and of myself. I was a kid. I was like, I know I was cute, but I was like, I hated being in pictures, and she always had me take pictures for her. But in middle school, around that time, I picked up my friend's camera for the first time, and I used to always be involved in arts, like whether it be music or painting and everything. So my mom bought me a camera for Christmas when I was like 15. And so from there, I decided to join yearbook. And then during high school time, I decided to set up a little side business. I was like, let me just try to make a little extra cash on the side. Because I was like, I never wanted my passion to be a business standpoint. Yeah. I just wanted to have fun with it. And so that's why I still try to remind myself, still take those mental breaks, because it's like I still want to enjoy what I do.
Yeah, how do you, other than the mental breaks, how do you balance out fun and the business side of it? Or being creative in the business side?
It's really just an in the moment thing. So like when we're actually shooting, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna forget, like, oh, I forgot you paid like for my time right now. I thought we were best friends during this entire time, like just shooting. But I don't know. I just try to have it 50-50, 50 where I'm respected on the business side and then respected on the personal side. So, you know, just yeah, I'm still getting used to calling myself a photographer now. So.
How long have you been shooting for? Like, basically your whole life, really, then?
Like 9 years.
9 years?
Yeah. I said I say officially.
Officially, okay.
Start accepting money for it.
So. Yeah. Okay. So once you start getting paid, like, this is like the official like start.
So I was like, I wanted to really, I'm thinking about going like full time with it, but I still have my 9 to 5 and everything on the back end. But yeah, it's something that is really, it takes your mind off of what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah. Are there any styles you lean to?
I love vintage and 90s type style because I keep saying I was born in the wrong era.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like I like the fact that I can create the world that I want to see. Like certain cartoons you used to watch growing up, I used to wonder, like, how did they come up with this?
Which ones? And pull it closer too.
Oh, I was going to say like SpongeBob. I don't know.
Wait, SpongeBob.
Yeah, just the fact that they created those characters, sketched them out.
Yeah.
Just decided, let's animate this. That's my thing. I want to start something that hasn't been done before too, in a way.
Oh, okay. Wait, so it's not necessarily the style of SpongeBob; it's the creativity of it, or
Yeah,
like.
I would say so.
Yeah, it's like this is innovative. So okay.
Something different like that.
What other styles do you like?
I don't know. I think more dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my number one go-to. Because whenever I'm shooting, I'm always like, I want serious. I want like the Vogue type.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
it has that
magazine.
mood to it. Yeah, I get that feel.
Yeah, that's just like, I feel that comes from because of the fact my face, I have facial expressions that apparently show on my face. Like when I'm tired or like I look like I don't want to be there, it's probably like it's showing on my face. So I feel like I wanted that type to show within my photography too, like that dramatic posing. Like you don't always have to smile in a picture for it to be that portrait.
Yeah.
I just like to show the true emotion within the picture, basically.
Okay, I got you.
That way, I'm like, you don't have to force a smile. I want it to be like that comfortable shot, like the.
It's like it natural. Is what it is. Like we made this work. We made it into art.
I want to capture what you're actually feeling right now.
How do you? What ways would you make it dramatic, or how did you?
That I feel like that's where it comes in with the editing, honestly, because you can take a bright picture and turn it as if you're somewhere else, like it's a dark space.
Yeah.
Type. But I feel like that's where it comes down with all the editing tools and everything else that you pick up, because there's a lot of apps, and I feel like when you start doing your research for photography and start doing research for editing, you're trying to do what everyone else is doing, like on YouTube, and copy everything exact. I feel like we have to use the resources, but still come up with our own ways. Like there's not a.
So you use those resources and you stack upon them with whatever you want to do.
Because a lot of people do go to school for it. I'm like, going to school for it is a big help within it too.
Yeah.
I feel like the way I've learned is all self-taught, just like videos and clashing everything together. That makes sense.
What do you mean by clashing together?
Just like picking up like all the apps and different types of software that I use, and then just clashing all those tools within one to create my own type of style.
Okay. What go-tos do you use?
I use Lightroom. Slowly getting back into Photoshop, and then just Lightroom and Photoshop.
Okay.
I used to be stuck on Photoshop, and then I was bullied into go back to Lightroom. Everyone was like, "Why are you using Photoshop? You got to use Lightroom. I was like, okay. So I got stuck, and then they got all these new updates to Photoshop now. So I was like, well, dang.
What do you mean by stuck?
What do you mean?
Like you said, you got stuck. Or is it just like difficult to learn, or
no? I was comfortable using Photoshop all the time.
Okay. So it was like comfortability. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So once I got into that, people were seeing. They were like, "Nah, you need to use Lightroom." But Lightroom has been the best in detailed shots.
Okay.
I feel like
is that the main difference, or what would you say the difference is? Where the reason why people bullied you into?
Because with Photoshop, you didn't have as much control of the picture when it came to editing. So Lightroom, you have more control of everything, and the skin color with editing blemishes and everything. But as far as color grading as well, yeah, that's your friend.
With your color grading, is there a certain way you color grade to make it more dramatic?
I realized, because I looked through my Instagram page, I stalk my own self. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like in my downtime, I'm like, what have I done? What have I not done? But I noticed that my work could be a little dark, like as far as photo quality. So I like to turn down the light in my pictures to make it look more dramatic, so I can focus like on detail. That's my go-to.
How do you do that without it looking, I don't know, bad, or I guess not capturing the detail?
That's learning lighting too, right there. Oh yeah, that's a journey. But yeah, that's where you want to try to manipulate the light when you're in the studio. So when you think you shot a shot too bright, I feel like as long as you can see an outline, as long as you can bring the color down to where it's not too bright, you can easily take control of the image to bring it down.
So would that be thinking beforehand, like wherever you're shooting, using the light of the studio or the nature, like the natural environment, the natural light?
Yes, and I started out with natural photography first. That was my go-to for sure, because I was scared of studio lighting. And then
why were you scared of it?
Studio lighting is just a lot of setup. Like it's just a lot of equipment, a lot of aspects to it. The settings you got to relearn, but I feel like the more I got into it, I felt like it became easier. And then I decided to get a Christmas job at a portrait studio at Bye Bye Baby. Yeah.
Wait, how was that?
If she ever sees this, I'm here. I'm okay. Because I sure did not put in those type of 2 weeks. But that was it was fun to learn.
Yeah. Was it helpful but also stressful, or?
Let's just say I like kids.
Yeah.
I do. But to get them in front of a camera, I'm not even mad at them when they don't want to look at me.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
we got these big flashes going off. You don't know me. I don't know you. I got to somehow get you comfortable. But it's like you just see me for the first time. But it's like I learned a lot as far as basic lighting, posing, and then just the business side of it as well. And then the speed pace. Because we had about 8 clients, 8 sessions a day.
Mm-hmm.
And they only had 15 minutes to edit a picture. And then 5 minutes extra to sell the picture. So we had to do that
Oh, so it was quick.
Yeah. So I picked up on that. So that's why I'm like, that's where I got my speed from with shooting.
So there's basically no time to get them comfortable either, because he's like, I'm here, I don't want to be here, and
that's
like,
why first interaction when I'm saying hi, I'm the photographer, it got to be a good hi right there.
Yeah,
it's like after that, y'all better be smiling in these pictures.
Otherwise, they're like, who are you and why am I here?
Exactly.
For you, what are some favorite shoots you've done?
My favorite ones, as far as locations, or
we'll separate it, location and then the photos themselves.
My number one location, only because Kendrick Lamar and Solange were there. Mm-hmm. The Fort Worth Water Gardens.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah, that's where Kendrick Lamar did one of his shoots on the latest album.
Oh, okay.
But that one is one of my favorites. It's the scariest. It has a pretty little waterfall, steps and everything.
Why is it scary?
Because the way it's built is it's a tunnel. You know how in Mummy, whenever I don't even know how to describe it. It's steps going down into the ground.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so there's water below, and in the summertime, there would be some poor kids in their bathing suits swimming in the water.
Yeah.
That we don't know is clean. But there's steps that come down. And I hope the city of Fort Worth sees this, because I need them to put some railings on the steps. Walking down, there's no railing or anything to hold on to. And so that you have 2 lanes coming, people coming down, people going up. Anyone could be easily pushed off.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like it's a setup, but
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
I looked it up. I didn't want to say it out loud when I was there, but I looked it up to see if there was an article. Someone did end up drowning over there. But
well,
it's still a fun place to shoot. It's really fun.
I wasn't ready for that. I'm sorry. That's not funny. Just a while.
It's not funny at all.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's a place to look like you're not in Texas.
Yeah.
That's my go-to.
Yeah, that's one of those places that definitely doesn't feel like Texas. Mm-hmm.
That, and then the Butterfly Garden. I've done a few shoots there.
Where's the Butterfly Garden?
That's attached to the Dallas Arboretum.
Oh, okay.
Near where the State Fair is, right next to the gate. It's only $10 to get in, and
I've been to the Arboretum, but I haven't been to the Butterfly Garden.
Yeah, the Arboretum is right. Oh wait, is it right outside? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've been through that. Only during the fair.
Oh.
It's been hot.
Well, no. Dallas Arboretum is by White Rock, and so
Is that near Garland?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah, I've been to that one on accident because I had a
What?
Yeah, that's like a $30 admission fee right there. I was like, I did not know.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a pretty one too. And then
that's one of those things where it's like you better stay there for a while. You better soak it in and enjoy. Otherwise,
get your photos in. Look. But yeah, and then I also shot at the Mandalay Canal. That's the one in Irving. That's the one where if you want to go to San Antonio but not really go.
Yeah. So, it's pseudo San Antonio.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I've done some fun shoots there. I like that spot a lot.
Yeah, that's my go-to. That's easy.
And end product, like favorite photos where you saw the end product. Oh, I'm really proud of what I did, or the vibe I created with my photos.
Dang. Well, if I could say the title, I don't know if you're gonna know them.
I might remember him. If I don't, I'll find a picture. And if I don't, I'm gonna find a picture later.
Okay,
so.
I did an Ivy Park shoot with my model / bestie Khalil. That was the one. It was at where was it? Rockledge Park. It's also Louisville Lake. You know how it's it stretches all over.
Yeah.
They got different names. It's the same thing. but Louisville Lake.
But it's a mile away. It's different.
It's the same. It's the same water. I'm not gonna say anything else, but but that area right there is like if you want that Vogue type setting. If you want to look, you're in Monaco. I don't even know what Monaco looks like, but I think it looked like that area. It just gives like that rocky feature in the back, so I feel like it's cute for like just one of those fashion style shoes.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorites. But yeah, look up that one. Dang. Yeah, and then the one that's my Alien Superstar one. That one's in my pinned on my Instagram.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's with Lexus. Yeah.
So I like your shoots a lot. So when I'm looking at them, what inspires you to get that mood? Like what else do you take from when you're like, this is like the vibe, this is the energy I want to create in my shoots?
I don't even know. I feel like it all goes with how I feel. I don't know, with like
so it's a mood based thing.
Yeah, so I want the pictures to at least reflect that in a way. But also,
so do they reflect like a certain place in time? So like say you're feeling like pretty good, would the shoots in that time be more energetic, or is it
Dang, that was a deep question. Hold on. I feel like, yeah, because I don't even know. I ask myself this too. Because when I look at a picture, I just automatically just know how I want it already. I try to plan for that before. But yeah.
So you'll plan before, and then like when you're in that shoot, it kind of.
I try to, but I always know things don't go as planned. So yeah, I set it up before. I try to get a certain look that I'm going for, and then at the end, I try to kind of combine it in the end. Yeah.
We're not gonna run away from this.
I know.
So, are there any with the way you shoot? Are there any photographers or any just artists in general that like inspire you, where it's like, okay, this is something I lean heavy into?
Oh yes, Kimberly, the one artist. She always sets up her own shoots in her parents' room, and she shoots all of her own shots. You know who she is. You've seen her before.
I probably have.
She's been sponsored by a lot of people now, by Nike and everyone. Yeah. I'm trying to be like her because I was like, she's really into it. She really shows herself in her pictures. But I feel like she's one of my top. She's in the top for sure. I have a lot of photographer friends. I say photographer friends, but I've never met everyone. Yeah. You know how online it is. But I've seen a lot of photographers in New York. A photographer named Jasmine. I followed her page. I feel like New York photography for sure they're lucky. I feel like they have way more resources.
There's a lot to play with.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of urban and rural to play with.
I feel like we're still trying to copy that, but
yeah.
I feel like they have that good street vibe that's easy to capture.
There's certain areas where you can do that here, but it is limited. You just have to be more creative. So it's in a way it's kind of pushing yourself because if if you don't have the things you want to work with, then you got to make it work.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, just trying to find any replica of it as possible.
Because one of them, what was it? It's like episode 2 or 3. His name is Ty, but like he does like a lot of like neon, like cyberpunk stuff. And it's like the places he shoots. I'm sorry for anyone who's any place he's ever shot at, but those places are trash. But he makes them look beautiful.
Wait, what's his Instagram?
Ty Washington.
I've probably seen his.
Yeah, because like the places he goes, like I wouldn't. His like main goal was to try not to shoot the same spot at all. So he'll always shoot somewhere new. So he has like a list of every place in Dallas or DFW, and he'll go through. Hey, like there's a model I want to shoot here. Yeah, and he'll go through them. And some of those places, I'm like, I've been there. Yeah. It doesn't look like that.
See, I like that. That's what I think about Fabrication Yard. I think that has to be banned off my list. I feel like everyone shot there at this point.
Yeah, there's been a lot of repeats there.
I think they need something different. They either need to knock it all down and create something, or.
But it's cool. Sometimes there's new stuff there, just that everyone's been there, so it's. Yeah. And when there's already art around you, sometimes people don't take the time to make it different. Yeah. It's like it's already cool. so you don't have to, I guess, push yourself as much because the whole
Exactly.
area is cool. Like everything around you is cool.
That's true too. I just feel like there's nothing else different to do with graffiti in the back too. But there's always new stuff coming up, so I'm never gonna be surprised if I see something new.
Yeah,
I'm excited now.
I imagine it just be like different angles or different moods or different models.
Yeah.
I feel like it's usually streetwear.
Yeah.
It's streetwear, like something like emo, something like that. Those two.
I feel like the fact that it's known for that, you got to do something different, like
Yeah,
a business shoot, do headshots there for the corporate company. I don't know,
yeah.
something to
I'm sure
like
someone's done it, but I feel like maybe like
that
some
would actually
some
be
some like
cool.
bubblegum pop or some cutesy stuff where it's like the
Yes.
cutest model and like everything around her is dark and edgy. And it's like, wait, what?
Look, see, I might hit you up for another shoot. That just gave me an idea. But no, that'd be cool though. To see
So,
who's up.
how do you push yourself when you feel comfortable, like comfortable in the shoot and comfortable with your editing? Like, what do you do?
I set a limit for myself, and I feel like certain goals to be able to get the work done. Because sometimes it could be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this at this point or
Mm,
anything, because it could feel like work real quick. But I just try to still treat it as that passion for art that I still have. So
okay, yeah,
that's what still continues to push me. That's why I say I stalk myself all the time. I'm like, I got to go through my photography page to remind myself what I've done to keep me moving. But yeah, it's something that I didn't know I was gonna keep going with it this long.
yeah.
I thought everyone thought it was gonna be like after a year,
Mhm.
but I kept going and going. My was going like from oh okay, this is cool, okay, and then she got to a point she's telling her coworkers and everyone giving me clients. So
That's how I was with this. I was joking with a friend. I was like, yeah, like I'll probably stop after like 10 episodes or like 15. And he's like,
keep doing
he was like, you're not gonna stop. And I
it.
like I heard him and like I received it, and I
Hmm.
think like a day later, he's like, you know what, man, you're right. I'm not gonna stop.
Exactly. You're gonna keep going and see the difference that you
Yeah,
can make within it and see how
that's the
much you're gonna
problem. I'm
move.
very mood based too, so it's like I had another idea for a podcast, but I knew I would have stopped that after five. It was gonna be like a fun little book club thing
Okay.
where it's like you're reading a book and you just talk about like whatever like the cool stories, whatever you learned from it, and like break it down.
So a book club.
Yeah, I said a book club thing.
I was thinking about doing something similar, but I wanted to do it with shows.
Yeah.
Because have you like those shows that are based in Dallas and everything? Just have like a book club version of it. That would
Mhm.
be cool too. But yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
it's cool, but I
should.
get tired of it real quick. I know.
It's like picking up a game
Yeah.
and then getting tired of the game. Putting it down.
I've done that a lot.
Oh my god. No, I feel like you gotta keep going and doing
Hmm.
it. But podcasts for sure are fun.
Yeah.
It's something that we're seeing more and more in this world.
And it's been nice because I can switch it up. If I'm getting bored, it's like then you just ask someone to do something
Do
different.
a different topic.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have control of it.
Hmm. It's a little bit more free flow.
Yeah.
For you, when you were first starting out, what I guess trouble points did you have? Like things you had issues with? Where you're like, oh man, I don't get this, and then it slowly clicked.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah.
And this is like a bad thing in the photography world. Creative Auto was my best friend. I'm not gonna lie. I was basically like auto settings.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you don't have to set anything. You just gotta hit the button. So my first advice though to people who always get started into photography, I always say go ahead and start on the Creative Auto and focus on capturing pictures,
Mm,
on your composition, focusing on how to shoot, different angles to shoot, and then worry about the manual settings after, just to
okay. So you're
really
basically
capture
working
it.
on what you have control of in the beginning. That
Hmm.
way, you can figure out the other stuff later. But if you're shooting good shots, then
Exactly. It shouldn't matter what it was set in. That's
exactly.
nobody's business. I sound like stay away from my camera. You don't need to see what's in it.
I just want to peek.
Look.
I wouldn't even know.
Exactly. I used to get bullied for that too. So I was like, let me just go ahead and start learning manual settings. But it quickly became easy. So it makes it more fun. There's so
Mm,
much more I need to learn about my camera. I'm about
yeah.
to go buy some more and just keep going from there.
What's something you learned recently where you're like, oh wow,
Hmm. I don't know.
I'll go with something that it's not recent. It was a while. It was like when I first started modeling, but
Hmm.
it was two things. One, just how how much goes into photography
Mhm.
because like I didn't understand.
Mhm.
And so like the more I worked with photographers, the more I understood like how long it takes them, how long it takes them to edit. It seemed it's almost it's like any topic where people if they don't do it, like I could do that. And then you see someone doing it, nah, I couldn't do that. Or you could if you took the time, but
Yeah.
it takes time.
Yeah, because go ahead and try to do what I'm doing. I want to see that text. And when I text you, I want you to respond quick when I'm like, where's my pictures at? So, but no, I feel like it's more in with detail and everything
Yeah.
as far as capturing that.
Yeah, I don't think I understood how much goes in the back end too. I thought it was more I thought I thought it was like 90%, 95%, like what you're doing in the front end, getting it right from the get go,
Hmm.
and then like 5%, like 2% editing afterwards.
Oh, you got that backwards.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah.
The shooting is the easy
That's what I
part.
said. It was when I first
That's
started.
easy. Look.
This was years ago.
Because you get that composition down, snap. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm going to
Yeah.
see you in 7 days. But no, I feel like it's more in the editing. And
Hmm.
sometimes I never know if doing, I think that's what I've learned too. Editing too fast is what I didn't like about what I would do. Because I could get the pictures back to you in 2 days. I don't have a life. I can get those pictures back to you quick because I'm
Hmm.
working on them as soon as I get home from the shoot.
Yeah.
But I want to be
So were
able to
you
give,
were rushing or what?
not rushing, but I was able to devote the time within
Hmm.
the 2 days. But sometimes I felt like within a few days later, I'm going to look at the picture different.
So you might have done something differently if you're taking more time on it.
Exactly. So that's why I tell my clients 7 days because
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to upload it that first day. Second day, I'm going to look at the pictures and choose the ones that I like. Third day, it's like I'm gonna take a break from the pictures for a minute. Then fourth day, I'm coming back. I'm working
Ooh,
with
I
the
could do this
colors.
now.
Look,
Okay.
and then I'm giving myself like 2 days to go around and just make sure that the colors are looking good and that I still like the picture how I did the first day. So
Okay.
I'm going back and forth, and I'm
Yeah.
making sure it's perfect before I send it. Because if you don't like the pictures, I'm gonna cry. So it's fine. Not really, but I feel like
Since I've been throwing myself under the bus, here's another one. I didn't realize how bad of a faux pas it was like to like edit.
What do you mean?
Like I didn't for me like so like say someone gave me something
Mm-hmm.
that first few months when I was starting out. Sometimes I'd be like, I can edit this, and I like
Oh, you were getting blocked.
I was one of, no, she was very blunt with me. She was very sweet, but like, hey, like I don't like what you did. I was like, okay, I never did it again. I think I apologized for a week after that. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I didn't know we could be honest today.
Yeah.
Hold on, because it's happened to me a few times, and sometimes I just stay quiet because I'm just like, don't tag me in it if you do make the edit.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people. I understand you make the payment, you paid your money for it, but at the end of the day, too, I feel like it's more of an artist thing.
Yeah.
I might just be speaking for me. I don't know. I'm not too strict about it. Again,
it seems to be a common theme.
yes, but I think as far as that, it's a disrespect to the photographer because it's like you paid for a certain edit, you paid for a certain style. That's why it's like you don't send someone else's work and say, "Can you do this exact thing?" Like that's a message you don't send someone either because it's like you
So
go
then you should
through.
have picked someone else.
Exactly. That's why photographers have websites and portfolios because you got to look through that photographer's
So
work.
I don't like this style. It's beautiful, but it's not for me.
Exactly.
And so you go to the person who is for you.
Let me say it's like, say you get something from Target and you're like, I don't like this price, but I'm still gonna. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I got one.
Like, you know what I
you get a burger, but you're expecting a pizza.
Exactly.
You're like, wait, where's my pizza? We're making burgers here, buddy.
Exactly. That's why I always say don't go to a place that sells more than one thing. But
yeah. What do you mean by more than one thing?
Oh no, I'm saying like as far as
okay, yeah. They don't have a specialty. It's like general.
Yeah, I hate it when people like when there's pizza and burger places. I just feel like you can only sell one or the other. There's no way you can focus on both. There's no way it's just gonna be top of the like those fast food places. I'm just weird about my food. Don't listen to me. So, but yeah, I just feel like in any other aspect, if you do put an edit on the picture, a lot of high end photographer or like there's a lot of photographers who could take it to court or anything like that or say it depends on the contract too that you have with your client as well though. But that's why I also don't give out raw photos because the raw photos are the ones that anyone could just edit and go sell off to someone and then the photographer makes no money and gets no credit for it. So that's where that comes into play. That's why it's like editing it to make it look like your own. That's just a conversation I've been part of.
I understand why it's wrong, but I feel like most of the people, the ones who want the raw photos, it's usually like they have the misconception they can do it themselves.
Exactly.
So it's more like they're gonna ruin your photos.
And that's the thing. So that's why I don't even get upset about it. I'm just like, maybe they didn't know. I don't even have time to sit here and explain. It's cool. I'm not even upset about it. But I just was say, don't tag the photographer if you do make the edit. That's basically saying the photographer did that. But what if in the photographer's eyes it wasn't edited correctly?
Do you have that in your details, or like on your website or things like that? Like, hey, like I don't do raw photos.
Yeah, that's in my policy.
Yeah.
A lot of people would ask me, and I was like, it kind of didn't make sense to people, but that's just how it is these days.
That was the top 2 things I didn't understand at first.
With the raw photos.
Yeah. I never asked, but I didn't get it either.
Yeah, a lot of photographers are different though. That's just how I feel of my work. But at the end of the day, too, I'm gonna give you all of the best photos from the shoot. I'm gonna give you. I'm not just keeping your pictures. I'm not.
But those seem to be like the most 2 common themes where it's like most photographers don't want to give you raw photos because of how you're probably gonna ruin it. Let's just be honest. You're probably gonna ruin it, and then the editing where it's like I can do it myself.
Exactly. And it's like
I like your vision, but let me change your vision to my vision.
It's like it wasn't said verbally; it was done physically. So when we see that, that's kind of like the
actions over words.
Exactly. But that's a war that's never going to be resolved. It's never going to be.
No. There's always someone who doesn't know, or someone who's starting out, or just got photos for the first time.
That too, and that's why I always tell a lot of beginner photographers. But then they're like, "Oh no, I just like to shoot." So I'm like, "That's where I was too." But then it's like when you want to make money from it, you gotta have certain.
You have to be more strict.
You have to be, and that's the worst part.
So like before that, you're just working on your craft, so you're a little bit more flexible. But then after that, no.
It's like I just like to have fun with it, and it's like I gotta worry about hitting this person up about payment now. I gotta do this. I can't even make sure that they like the photos because it's like I haven't been paid for it yet or certain stuff like that. Yeah.
We'll go for you. What are your favorite subjects to shoot?
Favorite subjects? Like as far as people or
people, things, places, like
all people. I love just shooting photogenic people. And the funny thing is, I can kind of tell when people are photogenic. All my models say, I'm not photogenic. Like, I got to book this shit for my mom. And I'm just like, you are photogenic. There's no rule to having a face. I mean, you just got to look into the camera and then you make your own photo. I feel like you're the main subject. So you're going to make the person in the picture. I'm gonna put that on a shirt too. But
so we got 2 shirts down.
Look.
Let's get 3 or 4 lined up.
Yeah, that's I love working. I'm not gonna lie though, having like experienced models to work with, they do make it easier because it's like they already know what they're expecting to do.
Yeah,
and that type of thing. And that's when I like to switch it up too, because I'm like, it's not gonna be too easy for you. And then you got the models who are just starting out too, but it's like they don't know that they're really up here with the experienced models. I've worked with a lot of first timer models. If you're out there, no such thing. I just feel like as soon as you're in front of the camera, you just got to be comfortable, and that's what you're gonna see. You can't not like the picture if you're in the picture. That type of thing.
I like that.
Another shirt.
Yeah, we got 3 shirts knocked out.
Yeah.
And how do you come up with your concepts?
I'm gonna say Stephanie Myers is the one who wrote Twilight.
Oh yeah.
She said that she had a dream, and that's how she came up with Twilight.
Oh,
so I'm gonna say I just be dreaming. I daydream, I sleep, I'll wake up, or I just see like certain colors. I would be bored one day. Even in my free time, I try to take a break still from photography, but I still end up trying to do like a fun shoot with my boyfriend, and we'll just like he's a sneakerhead, so we'll have hella options in order to shoot from. So I'm like, just grab a pair of shoes, let's make an outfit. And he's a stylist too, so I'm like, it's easy. It's a plus and a plus. So.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Do you write them down, or do you like save them like on something?
Yes, I just actually wanted to start doing that. So I have mood boards set up. So that's part of what I do with my clients as well. That's part of like the trust process, I like to say. So whenever I get my deposit for the shoots, I send out a mood board for the models to put their ideas in. And I'll always ask you if you want to shoot specific, if you already have your ideas together, we're gonna shoot your ideas first because you booked this shoot.
Yeah.
And so after that, then I'm gonna add on to it in the end, so we can put that little pizzazz to it.
Yeah, add some spice.
Exactly. I never want to take over. That's my main thing. I'm like that in almost everything. I want to help. I just don't want you to think I'm taking control. So I just like to be there to support and then just adjust as we go. Yeah, it's a fun time.
Why don't you want to take over? Like if they're asking for you, if that makes sense.
They always say that. And then I hear, oh no, I wanted to do this one though. So I'm just like,
okay, so you're waiting to see what they want to do.
Exactly. So that's why I say I'm gonna go through your ideas first and I'm gonna say, okay, it's okay if we go ahead and try this and try that. But yeah, they gotta flow with it. So I don't wanna just have you like and they all look like they're not comfortable and I'm like, let me see what I'm working with first.
I'm comfortable being uncomfortable.
Another shirt.
Is that 4 or 5?
That's 4.
All right, cool.
I'm about to write these down for sure.
Yeah. With the concepts, is there anything you try to shy away from or avoid? Like, no, this isn't it.
Like certain
style, certain things. Really, no, I don't. That's not my style. It's not something I really want to do anymore.
Oh, I want to wait till after the holidays. Let me.
It's some Christmas.
Christmas shoots are fun.
Are they?
They are.
I don't believe
They are. I had a bad experience from Bye Bye Baby. Like it just was not shooting babies. If it was photographing, photographing babies.
Yeah.
Then it would be easier because they don't talk back. They're sleep. But toddlers.
Oh yeah,
toddlers are mean, but it's all cool. They tell the truth, so.
I mean, kids could be mean in general. They don't have the filter yet. I mean, some people never get the filter.
I'm trying to still learn my filter. I'm just like, I don't know if I should talk to you as a child or as an adult.
Start with child.
Some of these kids.
For you, editing wise, what else do you lean towards other than like Photoshop and Lightroom? Is there anything else you've tried or you want to add?
No, that's it. I'm not gonna lie though. When I actually started editing, when I started photography, I was editing on my phone. I was using like Lightroom Express and Photoshop Express. So those are a little different.
I like Lightroom Express.
Yeah, that's your go-to right there. So don't feel I thought that was me. So don't feel pressured. I mean, I don't know. That's another conversation right there. On if you have to edit on a laptop, if you have to edit on the iPad, if you're allowed to edit on the phone. I've done it all. I'm not going to say when I stopped. I'm not going to say when I started.
Doesn't matter.
That information going to stay with me. But all I'm going to say is y'all still like the pictures. So, but yeah, I feel like that's really a place to start to get you going.
Yeah.
To really learn the format and get eased into it.
I have a feeling I know what you'll say, but if you're starting out, or just like if you've been doing it a while, do you think there's any real reason to change if it's working for you? Like if you're doing it on a laptop, if you're doing it on a phone.
My opinion, no. I don't think there's a difference. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
as long as the product is good and as long as you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I feel like people are gonna come into the comments and say, "No, you gotta have this certain megapixels. You gotta have this." Oh, like I understand that part, but at the end of the day, the picture looks the same, does it not? I know, like as far as when it comes to loading a picture or downloading, it could probably look a little different, but that's really the start of it. Just really getting that edit down. I feel like it'll still work out on the phone or iPad. Nothing wrong with either.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, because I feel when people start with photography, they're doing all this research trying to get all the big equipment down. Don't worry about the bells and whistles. Somebody told me that before. Don't worry about the latest equipment to add, the latest. Everything is just accessories at this point. The main thing is you and that camera.
Okay, I like that.
Main thing is you and that camera. Another
5. Is there one that's more, I guess, beginner friendly, like Lightroom, Photoshop, or anything else that you've seen people use or you've used yourself? Or this worked well for me at first.
Lightroom. I'm
Lightroom.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lightroom should just be the go-to for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Photoshop is just known as a photo app because the word photo is in there, so everyone wants to
Mm-hmm.
download Photoshop. But not even that, actually. I feel like also Photoshop is more towards graphic, more of
Yeah, like
that
graphic designers,
manipulation and
stuff like that.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I want to shout out a photographer. I
All right.
can't.
Yeah.
Damar. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. I know y'all have seen that man. I know y'all have seen his work, but his work is like, he's a true graphic designer. That's all I can say.
Okay.
I want to learn from him.
Yeah.
That he's one of my favorite artists as well.
What is it about his work that's
just the way he takes the photo? Like, it looks, the way he can manipulate the photo for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything, he gets it down. He gets everything perfect. I don't know how to explain. You got to look at his work.
Yeah, I'll look at his work.
Yeah, I never know how to explain. But I'm a visual person, so I'm like, you got to go see it in order to see what I'm talking about. But he's top of the line for sure.
That's why I learned this. I learned this very quickly. I had edited like that first photographer Ty. We were talking in length about like one of his amazing photos.
Yeah, you would have been.
And I didn't I didn't put the photo in the thing. I got like
He should have beat you up.
I got like 5 comments like, I can't see it.
Oh my god.
I went back now. I'm doing that again. It's just I was first starting out. I was like,
Yeah.
like his channel's there. You can go explore all of it.
I'm crying.
For what are places where you're like locations right now? This is a no go, or it's not something that is conducive to your style, like your mood.
What do you mean, like?
Like location, you're like, oh, like this doesn't really. Or is any location open to what you want to shoot? Basically, your style, like moody or things like that. It's like, yeah.
Oh, like my location I want. Like one of my top locations I want to shoot.
Opposite location where you're like, no, this doesn't work with your style, or you don't think it's a good fit.
Oh, the only place was really the fabrication
Mm-hmm.
yard. So I'm not gonna lie, if y'all book with me,
We ain't going.
I'm gonna try to wing you from it. I've just been there so many times. I know everyone's different, but I just feel like there's so much more out there than there. I'd rather go find some real graffiti. This right now is a museum of graffiti. It's not. This is something that Dallas knows about. I want to find somewhere that no one knows about, no one's seen. Something that was like really just built.
I like, where is it? It's a bunch of the bridges over there by Trinity Groves. Yeah. I like the graffiti under there.
Yeah, that's sad because they had just did that graffiti right when that bridge opened. We can't have nothing nice, but they put that there quick. I haven't gone to seen it yet, but I want to go over there. I've been over there once just to go try a cake place. I know they have like a list of a lot of bars and everything.
Well, it's the ones I'm thinking of. It's further down. It's not even the ones right there. It's so you have the main bridge and you go 2 over. So I run down there. So you go 2 over to the right, and there's like a lot of amazing graffiti down there. But
I gotta go see it.
No one's over there, so no one gets to see it anymore.
I want to go see. I actually seen a building near there, and the windows are busted out, and there's graffiti inside. It looks like an old corporate office. Ooh. I'm giving stuff away. Y'all didn't hear that, but I really want to somehow get in there. I want to get in. I want to see. I need to have a hookup with the realtor because I just need to see what can I get into before it opens up. That would be cool to do.
Have you ever shot like museums and stuff, or?
Not yet. That's my go-to. I have that on my mood board right now. I want to shoot at the DMA.
Okay, yeah, that'd be nice.
That's gonna give me Beyonce vibes or not at the museum vibes. So we'll see.
Speaking of Beyonce, has there any songs like influenced your work? Like, ooh, this song, like this, nah.
Queen Bee.
Yeah.
Queen Bee, of course. She's honestly my boudoir shoots that I do. That's always who I channel all the time. I'm just like, I want you to do like this, like Beyonce, like Beyonce.
Elegant and confident.
Exactly. Like that's just the only person you can compare her to. I don't. Yeah, that's how I feel like all my clients should feel at that moment, like a Beyonce.
Yeah, I like that.
Like, oh, number 6, but. I just feel like that's
like Beyonce.
Yeah, feel like Beyonce, just to get you into that channel.
Is there anything you do to make like the model so comfortable, where you're like, or is it just
what we doing now? Just
Yeah,
talking. And then I saw, I'm like, y'all just be trusting me like that. Because when I tell you, I have had clients find me from TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I'm saying now, like, I'm out here shooting with clients, but really I'm shooting with strangers.
Yeah,
I'm really just meeting. I didn't know you either. I was like, I was taking chances. I waited for y'all to get out the car first. Then I was like, okay, I guess I'm good. Text my mom calling me. Where are you? Are they there? I'm just like, that's really a big factor into it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm easy to kidnap. That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. I'm gonna have security with me now.
I got the location on that.
I'm gonna have security with me. But no, that's really a big trusting factor. That's really a big process into it too.
How do you do that? For models and photographers, like safety.
So I can't say safety. I don't have insurance on people, but I want to say I try to build that trust because, yeah, you just found me. You just found my number. What I'm going to do is when we send half the money and we get that mood board built, I'm not going to have you pay me really, I would say before or after, but I want you to see what you're getting so you don't think I'm just taking your money running out. But I want I want us to make sure we're vibing at the same time, or we have that same energy, I'm matching it, and we're getting the work done. But
I like that, yeah.
I'm going to show you like a little preview during the time, but I just want you to know I'm not crazy. I'm not, I just want you to be comfortable during the shoot, and then that's the only way to really show that trust.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, because you're really just shooting people you don't know.
It's a risk every time.
Yeah, that's why you try to like talk to them during the shoots and everything. But yeah,
this could be 2 shirts right here. Okay, I'm gonna end with these 2. What like a photo or just like a shoot in general where it's like, oh, this didn't work out how I intended, like a photo failure, and then a photo like a huge win.
You're asking.
Yeah.
I probably didn't post it. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I've had that happen for sure. I always feel disappointed in myself, and then everyone else is like, "What are you talking about? It's good." I'm like, "You're not seeing what I'm seeing," and they're like, "No, it's good." I'm like, "No."
It's that critical eye.
Exactly. Like,
I did this. I know what I don't like.
Exactly. And the thing is, my father, I think that's kind of where I got it from too, because he's a film director of like short indie films, and he was also a photographer. But I got into it really deep, and so whenever I do a shoot, I send my pictures to my parents first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I send my pictures. They're like my proofreaders. So I have them look at it first. I gotta have other eyes look at it because I'm like, I'm 2020, but I know I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing. I want to make sure. But I always have them look at it, and my father will always come back with a whole paragraph. It's a whole complete difference. My parents are like, "Oh no, this is nice," and then my father's like, "Oh yeah, you need to work on the f-stop. You need to do this." I'm just like, okay, it's never just as nice. I'm getting a whole critique, but I like getting a whole critique better because I feel like you're being honest.
And it's someone who cares about you, so they're not just saying it to say it. They're doing it because they truly think
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So I'm like, dang. I look at it, I like it, go back, and I'm like, okay, let me take notes from it. But yeah.
I do that with thumbnails and like with old modeling photos. Like I'd have people like, "No, that was not it." So I had like the 5. Like I love all this. This one ain't it.
Exactly. You're always gonna change your mind, and I feel like you're allowed to. It's your art. There's no rules to this. You ain't gonna say nothing. But I always like to. That's another thing I like to do. I don't know if you see me repost certain pictures.
Yeah.
Or like I'll go and re-edit them. Cause later on, I don't know why I do.
I didn't know you re-edited them.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
No, I don't re-edit them. But I'll go back and look up my pictures on my Instagram because I don't like to have my older stuff. I want to keep it all current to keep it one style.
Yeah.
I can see my style change within myself on my page. So I kind of keep it as like a memorial, like a
memorial. You're upgrading your style. It's like a museum or so it's a gallery.
Exactly. So I was like, I want to show what I've grown from to show people like I've really been doing this.
Yeah. Okay.
That type of thing. Yeah. I'm still surprising myself. So
I like it. What's the win? Like the win for your photos where like this is.
What's the win?
Or you can just be like, in general, my photos are the win. Or the ones you posted.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, because I've posted from every shoot that I've done, the ones I've gotten permission for, but I feel like I Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to sound too cocky, but yeah. Yeah.
you made the cocky not sound cocky. It was like, yeah, like I guess I'm cocky.
That's the Capricorn in me. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Because the proof is no, I don't want to say that.
What? Say it. We being honest.
No, I was just saying results. I didn't want to say proof is in the pudding. I was like, that's some cheese.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like the results are there. Like you look at the photos, like this is beautiful work.
Yeah. What were you asking? Like,
well, I asked you before about the win, but I was saying just in general, like it's a win. Like it looks beautiful. So that
that's my. Are you asking like that's my?
Like what would your win be for your photos or like the work you've done? Like the positives, yeah.
I guess just the. I'm trying to see. Let me start.
I'll go for you.
Rephrase the question for me.
Basically like another thing. It'd be like what you're proud of with your work.
Yeah, that's all it is. I'm looking at I have a weird obsession here. I just love the way that my work is translated into the portrait. Mm-hmm. So that's really all it is for me. I don't.
So it's like it's having the image come into reality. So what you envision, say, this is how I wanted it or how I saw it.
I always say, like, does this look like this could be up in a gallery? Does this look like this could be sitting in someone's home?
Yeah.
Yeah, dang, that's weird. I don't know. Because I know a lot of people are in it for different reasons, but just the end product is always my favorite. Just seeing what it came out to. Just knowing it's not.
This is what I envision.
It's getting better and better every time.
Yeah.
And just seeing that is really the one for me. Just having it look that. But that's what I want to be known for. Just say, yeah, she was a photographer.
I like that. Oh, good. All right, well, we'll end with that. So just tag your socials and.
All right. Yes. Follow me at Visual to the T. Exactly how it said. Visual to T-O. Visual to the T. The letter T. On Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook if y'all have it.
Yes.
And my website, if to view all of my portfolio and rates, is visualtotheT.com. Exactly how it's spelled.
All right. With that, take care and live a life led without regret.